I thought HOA rules were annoying until my wife's wheelchair got stuck outside our own house because the president didn't approve our ramp. That day, I decided I'm taking her down. And I didn't just win, I destroyed her. When my wife Maya came home from the hospital after spinal surgery, all she wanted was to feel safe in her own home. But Linda Watkins, the HOA president, had other plans. She stood in my driveway holding a clipboard like it was a weapon. "James, I saw the ramp you installed. It violates community aesthetics. You'll need to remove it." I thought she was joking. "Linda, my wife needs that ramp. You know she's in a wheelchair now." Her smile was sharp. "Rules are rules. Submit a request and maybe the board will consider it." But when I submitted the request, it was denied in less than 24 hours, not in keeping with neighborhood style. That was the first time I realized this wasn't about rules, it was about control. The week after the ramp denial, the letters started. $50 for leaving my trash cans out too long. $100 for unauthorized lawn ornament, the bird bath my daughter gave me for Father's Day. $200 for unapproved exterior modification, my mailbox which had been there since before Linda even moved in. Every letter ended with the same smug line. "Failure to pay may result in legal action and a lien against your property." Maya was stressed. Medical bills were piling up, and now the HOA wanted to bleed us dry. I wasn't the only one. Tom, who lived 2 streets over, got fined for painting his front door blue. Sarah was fined because her teenage son parked his truck in the driveway. George, an older veteran, was told to remove the flagpole in his yard. We met in my garage one night, 6 of us, tired of being pushed around. Tom slammed his fist on the table. "We can't just keep taking this. There's got to be a way to fight back." Maya, ever the strategist, looked at me and said, "You're a lawyer. You know how to dig. Let's dig." We started small, public records, HOA bylaws, financial disclosures. That's when I found something strange. A $12,000 landscaping expense paid to a company that didn't exist. Another $7,500 security upgrade. No cameras had been installed. We started going door to door, collecting stories. Nearly every resident had a complaint and a fine. Many had proof of inconsistent enforcement. We decided to bring it up at the next HOA meeting. When I stood up and started reading the missing expenses, Linda cut me off. "James, this meeting is for community concerns, not baseless accusations." I held up copies of the bank statements, then explained these checks, signed by you, to companies that don't exist. She laughed. "Anyone can print fake paperwork." That laugh, it made my blood boil. 2 days later, I got a notice of escalated fines totaling $1,350 for persistent non-compliance and hostile behavior. Then came the harassment. Trash dumped on my lawn at night. My mailbox ripped out. Maya's ramp spray painted with the word cheater. We installed security cameras and caught a masked figure slashing Tom's tires. The height, the walk, it looked a lot like Linda's son. One night, George showed up at my door with a USB drive. I think you want to hear this. It was a recorded phone call between Linda and another board member, talking about burying James in fines, joking about Maya's disability, admitting to redirecting HOA funds to her personal projects. We had her. I sent the audio, the financial records, and the security footage to the county prosecutor's office. A week later, an investigator showed up at the next HOA meeting, handed Linda a notice to appear for questioning, and left without another word. Her face was pale, but her eyes full of hate. 3 days later, my driveway was littered with ripped-open garbage bags. Tom's mailbox was smashed. Sarah's car was keyed. Instead of scaring us, it brought more neighbors to our side. we became a majority. Linda called an emergency HOA meeting to remove James Harper from the community. When I walked into that hall, it was standing room only. Linda pointed at me. "This man is a danger to our neighborhood." I calmly plugged my laptop into the projector and played the audio. Her own voice filled the room, mocking residents, admitting to theft. Gasps, shouts, cameras everywhere. Tom handed out printed copies of the bank statements. The prosecutor's investigators stepped forward. "Linda Watkins, you're coming with me." Handcuffs clicked. But as she passed me, she whispered, "This isn't over." 2 weeks later, we discovered someone had been leaking our private group messages to Linda's lawyer. It was George. The man who gave us the audio had been playing both sides. He claimed Linda had promised to clear his HOA debts in exchange for sabotaging us. At Linda's trial, her lawyer tried to argue the money went to community beautification projects. I took the stand, presented the evidence, and dismantled every excuse. The jury took just 3 hours to find her guilty of embezzlement, harassment, and misconduct. Linda got 5 years. The HOA board was replaced entirely. We rewrote the bylaws to make sure no one person could ever hold that much power again. And Maya? She got her ramp, and every time she wheels down it, she smiles like she's free. If you think one person can't make a difference, remember this. All it takes to take down a tyrant is a community that finally says, "Enough."